Ta-da! It's me, Joran from Postcup, and today I have very interesting review for you. I'm gonna show you a POS and inventory management system that is designed to work on Mac. No matter it's laptop or desktop Mac, and or older or newer Mac OS version, you can enjoy this software I'm gonna show you right now. It's called IncoPOS and it's point of sale and inventory management system all in one. So what's special here? So you see it's an app that's installed directly on your Mac OS, MacBook or MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, whatever device, whatever computer you're using from Apple. So this is the login screen. So the very special here is that you can have the program installed on your Mac and you can use it locally, offline or online. It's not a web-based, it's an application that's installed on the PC. The database can be installed also on the PC, so you can work with your PC as a server, or the database can be installed on another PC that is used as a server and you can use your Mac as a client. The system it's hybrid cloud. That means that it can work without internet, but once connected to the internet, it can synchronize the database between workstations and between objects, or it can simply back up the database in a cloud. Currently, we're not backing up our database, but here, when you connect your database to the cloud, your database will be instantly backed up in the cloud. This means that if your computer gets broken, you can save your data because it's backup in the cloud, and you just buy your new MacBook, install IncoPOS and download the database from the cloud. All data with items, client base and everything will remain on your PC. So some very cool stuff we have here is that we can customize this bar with the buttons. You just click on view and customize toolbar. Here you can add or remove menus from your toolbar. So that's very nice because you don't need to go all over those menus and submenus because it's kind of annoying. The system have, IncoPOS have many functions, and you don't need to go over the menus every time. You just put the most used operations by you in your toolbar, and you have quick access to them, for example. So when you need to add a new item, you just click items and you have the full item categories and the items you can edit or create new or whatever you want to. You can add reports here, for example, reports for sale for this week's, and you have the report. That's very cool feature, because on whatever device you log in with your credentials, you get all the configurations and all the settings, and most important, the toolbar as you're using on your PC. This means that you have the same interface no matter on what devices you're logging, and that gives you the experience of the program as you are working on your own computer with your own configuration. So the interface itself is very configurable. Everything you see basically here in this touchscreen configuration, you can modify. You can edit the grid, for example. You can add or remove cells. Here, you can resize. You have here the frozen grid and so on. You can edit items and so on and so far. Yes. Okay. There is another interface for wholesaling. For example, you can, if you don't like the touchscreen experience, you can easily switch to the interface, the classical interface for wholesale, where you choose the partner, and after that you choose the items that needs to be sold. I played a lot with this software. It's really nice stuff, because you know you have the point of sale operations that are the front office operations, and you have all back office operations with purchasing, with stock taking, and so on. Yes, you see here we have the stock taking, we have purchase, we have the sale, we have the write-off, the returns, and everything. You have the invoicing, and so on and so forth. Another cool stuff that it's implemented is you have a visual reports like pies or like columns, yeah, and you can customize all those reports just by few click. If I decide, I can have here another report, for example, yeah, returns. But yeah, no data is available for returns. Let me add something else. Sales. Okay, and I can say that I want to have this view in a pie, and I want to have this to see how many sales I have to clients. Here is only one client used in the sales, so I can change, for example, users, to see different users how many sales they did. So STS admin did the most of the sales, and operator one have only one one sale. Okay, so what else? What else? So the system itself is very flexible. You have tons of settings and configuration options. It supports many languages, as you may see. It supports 14 languages: English, Polski, Czechsky, Russian, Georgian, French, and Turkish, and so on. And here you have many settings that you can fine-tune your operations and your work with IncoPOS. What also, updating the program is very easy. You just check for updates, and currently we're up to date, but if there is a new update of the program, you just check for update and install the new update on your Mac. You know that most of the peripheral devices are connected on a COM port, especially when we talk about the retail business. Obviously, MacBook and desktop PC, they don't have a COM port. And if you want to use a device that is using COM port, serial port communication, you can make it with your Mac when you supply for you USB to COM converter. Just be careful, because some of those devices, I mean the cheapest one on the market, they don't work with Mac. The more expensive ones, they work without any problems and without any additional installation. They're plug and play device. You just plug it in your MacBook and the device is ready to be used. So, what I'm gonna show you here is a cache register. Okay, that's communicating on a COM port, serial port, and I'm gonna connect the cache register with my MacBook, and I'm gonna start selling and printing cache receipts. Okay, how I said, just plug and play. And that's all. You need to do some configuration by adding this device in the software settings. And yeah, I'm gonna make this right now. Test device connectivity. Everything seems to be fine. And I'm gonna selling money. Okay, and here I'm gonna show you how you can print cache receipts on your cache register or physical printer or whatever device you want to print on. So you need a USB to serial converter. a good one. This one is Postflex, and it's just plug and play. No drivers needs to be installed. You just plug it in your Mac, and it's recognized as a serial device. And you connect via the cable your cash register with the system. Put something on the bill, okay, and print. That's it. You can even print invoices. You just put something on the bill, and on the checkout you say I want to print an invoice. You type here the client name or data, print OK, and the cash register is printing the cash receipts and the invoice together on one receipt. It's really, really, really amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. Bam, 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 bam. So, print a cash receipt. Ta-da! Cash receipt is printed. Okay. La 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 la. Print the cash receipt. Ta-da! Cash receipt is printed. I can also print invoice directly from this software. Just choose invoice, put the date of the client, okay, print the invoice, and it's done. You see? It's very nice because this piece of software called IncoPOS have all the drivers of the peripheral devices are integrated in the software itself. You don't need to add any external device or any external drivers and everything else. And the software itself has a huge variety of peripheral devices supported. I'm gonna show just a quick list of them, but imagine most of the manufacturer of cash register, for example, of scales, for whatever peripherals that are used in the retail industry, they don't have drivers for Mac. Most of them, they don't have also drivers for Linux. And here the good thing is that you can use IncoPOS on your Mac because all the drivers of the peripheral devices are implemented, are coded in the system itself. All the peripheral devices that are supported by IncoPOS, the drivers for them are implemented in the system itself. So you don't need to install third-party drivers and so on. And I'm gonna show you here just a quick example. We've added one cash register, so we print cash receipts on this cash register. But we can add a new device, and this new device can be for a large variety. You see, you choose here the manufacturer and you choose the model of the device that it's supported. You see, we have Berkel, Bizerba, different Bizerba scales, printers, for example, custom Data Logic, Magellans. You have here the embedded drivers, and that's amazing because none of those manufacturers are doing drivers for Mac. They do drivers for Windows, or in some cases for Linux, but Mac they don't do drivers for this at all. And here you have all drivers embedded in the system. You see, you just say DJ and you have full range of DJ scales that are supported by IncoPOS. Or for example, Postflex, and you have here printers and customer displays of Postflex. So for example, cash registers, DATEX. You see, DATEX. All cash registers of DATEX are supported here. You just choose your model, you just choose your preferred setting, and everything is done. And something very special, so if you don't see the manufacturer here and the model itself, you can also use the so-called generic drivers that are implemented in the point of sale IncoPOS, and you can have a generic driver for customer display, for printer, for a serial printer, for Ethernet printer, serial card readers, and so on. So that's really extremely cool because you have full variety of peripheral devices supported by IncoPOS. Even Russian ones you see here. Yes, very cool stuff. Yeah. And yeah, so mates, that's pretty all. I hope you enjoy my review. If you do, ring the bell, thumb up, and see you in my next review.